Warning: the following program contains subject matter not suitable for a younger audience. It contains offensive language and opinions.
Stop it! You're acting like a child!
Greetings, ghouls. It's time to discuss, and dissect.
Horror. No normal mind can imagine.
Okay, so to bring it to a weird tangent, in a tangent, within a tangent.
Skewed into this tangent.
We are.
Fans of the Dead.
Yeah, they're dead. They're all messed up.
What's up? What's up? This is so we are Marcus, we are Anthony, and we are special guest Bob.
What's up?
And
hey, Bob.
We are the Fans of the Dead podcast, but not really the Fans of the Dead podcast. Like, we don't normally like invade your space in this capacity, but here we are in the Fans of the Dead podcast.
You're welcome.
And that's right. You're gonna get it hard with like dildos and body parts flying everywhere and like all kinds of like fun stuff today, because that's how we roll when we take over the podcast. This is a podcast takeover. The Heavy Metal Over Six Pack podcast has taken over your Fans of the Dead podcast. So don't hate us too harshly, and we will try to make this as cool as possible for you.
Yeah, that's what we do best. So guys, how's it hanging?
You know what? I'm just so psyched that we're here and we're taking over another podcast and we're ruining their ratings and not just ours.
That's fair. I mean, if we're gonna take them down, if we're gonna take them down, take down everybody.
We used to have like a running joke where it's like, oh, there's like how many people in this room? Hold my beer, and then we start playing music, and we'll clear that room like as quick as humanly possible.
So we get to do that here too.
Oh, absolutely! Like
we just don't know.
I'd be willing to bet at least 5 listeners have already turned the podcast off.
Not these guys again. They're the worst.
These guys were here last year.
I feel invaded.
Not for nothing. I'll give the Fans of the Dead guys like a lot of credit. They are very knowledgeable and they do a whole bunch of research like prior to their episodes, and like it's just like when they do our episode, like they do our takeover, it's just like, wow. Like they could like totally do our podcast like way better than us.
They show you up on it, yeah.
Which is fine, because like, you know, that's what you want to do. Like when you're like the opener, you want to just like show them. You want to show up the band that like you're playing for, and whatnot. But
make it harder for everyone else. No
I feel
pun intended.
I feel like we should semi-introduce our special guest. Our special guest is actually our longtime bass player. We've had this guy as a bass player in like many projects of ours. In fact, every project that
I was going to say,
done.
I'm pretty sure every project.
It's like, shit, we need a bass player. Who has Bob's number?
You're right. You haven't gotten sick of me yet? Not yet. Not yet, because you're here.
No. So, Bob, welcome. Welcome to the podcast world.
Thank you very much. It's cool. Never done this before, so I'm excited.
Oh, yeah. So, you picked an interesting day, because like, we got to watch like a movie prior to it.
It's like the best day.
It might be.
It's one of the better ones, that's for sure.
Definitely, it's definitely like a good reason to be out. So but yeah, how are you hanging, Anthony? How are you hanging? I know we're supposed to be reporting right now.
Yeah, like our life and stuff.
And
how the stuff like that. Well, if you want to know how my day went, somebody mopped the freezer today.
Why would you?
Yeah.
It's not April Fool's.
I know the tragic end of that story. The glaze of ice that is now the
I was like, oh, I gotta see if there's any corn. Whoa! And that was like, oh, here we go. At like 2:00, and I have to leave in like 20 minutes. So, if people who have never worked in a restaurant or kitchen, when you apply water to the floor of a freezer, it's no longer water.
A room that is required to be 0 degrees
or less. Yes, so that's how my day went.
By Serve Safe standards.
Save and no save.
Guess what? You apply water, you fall and die.
Yes. What about you, Bob?
It was an easy day for me today. Pretty nice. Just got to basically come over here and do this, and that's it. so I'm not too.
We are the highlight of his day.
Yeah. Oh, definitely.
Yes.
So
Dildos
he
and
basically
blood.
came over in his
Dildos and
pajamas.
blood and anal beads and everything you need.
Oh yeah, I threw on a sweatshirt and I was out the door.
He woke up and was like, "Here we go."
I mean, no one had to look at me, so you know.
That's fair.
What about you, Marcus?
You know, despite that, Bob, you are a beautiful man. It's like it's not even about being like a voice for radio.
Oh, thank you for that. I'm gonna.
Like we always joke though, like we're voices of radio because like you know who the fuck would want to ever look at us? Which is probably why our YouTube page doesn't get too many hits, but it's fine.
It's also because we haven't posted anything.
Yeah, right. It's like you don't do anything consistently. You don't like exist. It's like whatever. People like go back in the archives. I mean, there's something there from like 2 years ago. I mean, what the fuck?
You can see why.
What else do you want? And it's like Jesus Christ. We're all working humans here. Like we can't just produce epic videos all the time and watch movies and listen to music and expect to give you great content at all hours of the day.
It's true. I've seen it.
It's too much.
But I think we should get into it.
I think we should.
So we used our eyes and looked at a movie today. That was
Is that
portrayed.
what it was? It was a
portrayed.
movie?
It was a movie.
Okay.
We collectively had more eyeballs than every bad character in this movie.
So I'll give a synopsis of this movie that we watched, which has the unforgettable name of Deathgasm. And I will read verbatim here.
Can I just say before you start? I'm so sorry. Like
No,
about this
say
movie,
away.
I would like to Mike and
Jeremy.
Thank you. I'm bad with names, boys. I am so sorry. So sorry, and I didn't write it down. So like this is why I fucked that part of
He
the
makes
up.
me wear a name tag for
But-
the podcast so we can remember who I am. It's
I
totally
do.
fine.
I
Don't
don't
worry
even
about it.
know who are you?
That's John.
What, me?
Yeah. We
I don't know.
I would like to actually like extend my appreciation for your like selection of this movie for us to critique because like I think like the whole point of the movie was like creating like a music genre that summoned demons and killed everybody, and like that's pretty much what it delivered. And I appreciate the hell out of you guys for like thinking of us to watch this and critique this. And with that, I will give the synopsis back to Antoine.
2. It's more than 1. Less than 3. Teenage boys unwittingly summon an ancient evil entity known as the Blind One by delving into black magic while trying to escape their mundane lives.
It's a 4-piece band though. That's why I'm confused, but that's fine.
Well, the other ones died.
Yeah,
No
later.
spoilers. Yeah, but like they were technically he had Hulk hands. You know he wasn't gonna last.
I would say it's 3 band members and a keyboardist.
Yeah,
Like
the keyboardist isn't a band member.
Oh, no love.
There normally is.
And that's coming from
there
a
normally
bassist.
is.
No love for the keys, Bobby.
But man, did he not fit in that band. Even the bigger dude did.
He tried to have like that intro in that one song. He's like, it's like, guys, I'm just trying to mix it up.
Bro, he was halfway out that door.
Yeah. All right, so this
You're
movie
fucking fired.
This movie came out March 15th, 2015, by Dark Sky Films. Let's see.
Expected
Directed.
it to be a lot older than that.
I did too.
Yeah.
I did too. I feel like this name would have been gotten a long time ago. Directed by Jason Leigh Howden. Written by Jason Leigh Howden. Produced by Sarah Howden. So it must be a
Shout out to the Howdens. I
yeah,
guess.
evidently.
Family affair.
Yeah. Andrew Beatty and Morgan Leigh Stewart. It stars people. Let's see. Milo Cawthorn as Brody. James Blake as Zach. Kimberly Crossman as Medina. Sam Berkeley as Dion. And Daniel Cresswell as Giles. Gillis? I think it's Giles.
Giles.
So yeah. 86 minutes. This wasn't super long. Definitely British. 100% British.
Aye.
Yeah. New Zealand Film Commission, yeah. Yeah. I mean, we can, I got more stuff on this later. But we'll go into it. We'll kind of give, our, thoughts as we go. And at the end, we'll critique per usual. Brains.
So Anthony will describe, and we'll all react accordingly.
One thing about this, to start this film won the 2013 Make My Horror Movie contest and received a $200,000 prize to go toward production. So that's fun. That's
Okay, call me crazy. I almost
not.
feel like there's like a thing now where it's like your horror has to be like a little bit comedic, like even like dating back to like the classic like Shaun of the Dead. Like now like they're trying to take it to like the nth degree. You got what's her face's body. You got
Jennifer's body.
You got the Freaky Friday that we were discussing. You
I think
got this thing.
Drag Me to Hell had some weird comedic value to it too.
Yeah,
it's weird.
it's like you're like ah ooh!
Yeah. I don't know if I'd consider. I mean, I sort of horror movie. I mean, not. I guess for my personal taste, I don't consider it a horror movie because it wasn't like scary. It was definitely more comedy.
Well, it was gory.
It was gory. It was
Like,
heavy in the
like,
body horror, 100%.
Like you got the box cutter scene, like which brought me back to like Breaking Bad. You got the the gut spilling out thing. You got the split chicken breast again.
A lot of that.
Yeah, there was like no jump scares.
No, you pretty much saw it all coming.
It's,
It was like, oh, you got the like irrational fear. Like I'll never use like a fucking round sander anymore.
Right.
Unless it's at the bottom of a pizza that you burn. Don't ever forget that.
Right.
If you haven't seen that video, it's fucking hilarious.
It's just like.
Speaking of food.
This is a recipe for disaster.
Speaking of food.
We have gathered our brains and thought of a recipe for disaster.
Oh,
but they're going to say that. They get a thing. I'm gonna say that, but then they're going to say it after because they have a thing.
Okay.
What do you call those when they do this? A sounder? That'd be the word? They have a sounder for that?
I call them sounders. Segment sounders.
Segment sounders, okay. So,
Sure
this has to deal with the devil and demons and stuff like that. So we went a little Latin. And not like that kind of Latin because that's not a real thing. But that's fine.
Ghost pepper.
So I went with spaghetti alla Dominicana. Which is
sounds good.
Technically Dominican
with
spaghetti. They like put olives in it because they're fucking weird. But like
and ghost peppers.
If you look at this picture, it's pretty much half that movie. Because
it looks exactly like the movie. Like that's exactly what poured out of that poor woman's like
stomach.
That's why I was hungry at that part.
Yes.
Okay.
Now I just want Olive Garden for some weird reason.
I'm not gonna lie. I don't know if anybody actually noticed. I actually almost like I had to I'm like, okay, hold on.
Nah, man, the worst part was for me was when he pulled the earring out. I don't know why that grossed me out.
That felt real.
Because that's realistic.
Yeah, exactly.
Like if I actually if like somebody actually like pulled out like an earring, it's like, ooh.
That and anything with like fingernails, where the fingernails go back, like that grosses me out. Like, ew.
No.
You know, it makes you wonder. So if they have bottomless breadsticks, I feel like that also means that there's topless breadsticks, right?
There should be.
So now we're like horny and hungry at this Olive Garden, right? Is that how that works?
All right, I'm going to Olive Garden tomorrow.
Yeah.
I gotta ask.
Ma'am, do you have the topless breadsticks?
I don't think it works that way. I don't know if you've been to Olive Garden lately. Like the talent is not that impressive.
It's gone down everywhere.
Hey, you want some breadsticks?
It's like the Applebee's of Italian eateries.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is.
You can blame OnlyFans for that. Now all the old women have to work again.
No, they figured that out. They come back on their thing.
Oh,
they
really?
have their whatever return to their
you
original.
can go back to porn.
Well, what I'm saying is all the girls now, all the young girls, all the pretty ones that you would normally see waiting.
Okay. Yeah,
are back to doing that.
Yeah.
So
and then Darcy's over there fucking whipping her spaghetti around. Got it.
I gotta work a double.
Yep, they're all on OnlyFans.
I gotta butter these breadsticks because they're gonna get dry.
They're all on OnlyFans playing Grand Theft Auto.
Which one?
Doesn't matter.
It does.
It doesn't really matter what they're playing.
It doesn't really matter. You still run over the hooker and take the money back. They fixed it. It's actually less money back when you in the new. It's fine. Anyway, into the movie.
Money is money.
It's true. So, this starts off kind of those like
that was it on the recipe?
Cliche. That was it. I mean, what do you want? Spaghetti and sauce?
How the fuck do you make it?
With spaghetti and sauce.
Alrighty.
You take water
and a Latin guy
and then you just
with ghost peppers.
And you put olives in it for some weird reason.
Pickles.
Sweet and sour sauce.
Thank you. Thank you.
That's
Someone
awesome.
got it.
That's awesome.
Okay. Now that my pickles have been sweet and soured, we'll get into this movie.
Anthony, you're right. We should get into the movie. We digress. That's heavy metal or a six-pack thing.
Well, to bring it from a tangent to a tangent.
Oh, we do tangents here.
Yes, we do.
Oh boy,
Yeah, it's
we
never a straight
get
line.
your shit
It's always-
together.
Holy shit! It's too. No offense, Bob. It's too bad Dave's not here. You can tangent like a motherfucker.
Yeah, we would still be talking about.
He would still be.
Spaghetti.
He'd be like. You know about spaghetti. Dave,
Anyway.
just come.
So, starting this off, it kind of does that cliche, like, this is where we are in the demons and blah, blah, blah. But let me tell you how it started kind of thing. Like, what's that, like, comedy thing that's like, let me tell you how I got here in this,
Right.
in, like, the record scratch or whatever. So, essentially, Brody is our main character. His father died. Mother's institutionalized for... Does anyone remember?
Wasn't she blowing a Santa Claus?
She was blowing Santa
in the middle of the mall.
In the middle of a mall.
She had the
And
Santa hat and all the face paint.
Yeah,
on her face.
that mugshot.
Uh-huh.
And
Perfect.
those nice droopy teeth.
This big swinging. Yeah, perfect. All right, so I guess the teenager is thus obliged to move into his uncle's place. Now, Brody is a metalhead. I mean, from everything from the vest with the patches, and I mean he's got the
long hair. He looks pissed off.
He has the guitar and the amp, and he has all the posters.
Yeah, all the posters.
Fabulous jawline.
Trivium poster. Saw that one.
Very chiseled, like very pronounced.
That's fair.
I'm just saying.
So now this is going to conflict because the uncle in which he's going to be moving to is a heavily Christian believing house. That didn't come out right, but you get the gist of what I'm talking about.
A Christian
He's a very
household.
faithful man.
With his church stuff box? Yeah.
Heavily Christian man.
We'll get to that later. We get to that later.
Yeah.
He's only an August Burns Red fan.
Yes, and Demon Hunter. It's fine. So obviously this kind of follows back to a new school because of the new place, and they kind of regard him as an outcast. Which, I mean, that's usually the premise here. Yes,
his worshippers.
Cousin, who actually happens to be the lead bully in this school, and I believe was putting a D10, for you Dungeons & Dragons fans, up another child's nose. Which, quote, was not the worst place for a D10 dice to go.
I would compare him to, if you ever saw the movie The Skulls 2, he was like the ultimate bully in the movie The Skulls 2, which is like a horrible B-level version of the original Skulls, which actually wasn't too bad of a flick.
See, I think like O'Doyle rules. That's what I think.
Yeah, see, that's too hippie though. Well, not hippie, but like, too redneck.
But his whole family drove off the cliff, remember?
Saying O'Doyle rules after they slipped on the banana in the middle of the road, which is a fabulous reference, by the way, to the Mario
Billy Madison. Oh, like Mario Kart. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
You thought you banana peel on the road, dude. Trumped.
Oh no.
Luigi number one. Dude, that's a digression and a half right there. We're doing
we're doing good. We're just flowing through this. So obviously,
now nobody has any idea what we're talking about.
No, it's fine. So this bully is picking on the kid. I told about the D10. So that's actually one of the geeks in which one of two geeks. So you have Dion and Giles. Giles? I keep saying Giles. I think it's Giles.
Giles.
I feel like Giles is only like...
That's Jay Giles' band. Think of Jay Giles' band. So that's
right.
Giles. Think of Street Fighter. Giles.
I feel like I hear Giles
Giles.
when I think of like...
Oh,
there was someone named Giles in history with music, right?
Right. That's what I'm saying. Like if it's a first name, it's Giles. If it's a last name, it's Giles.
Okay.
So you could be Giles.
Okay,
Giles.
so that would suck.
So obviously these two quote unquote geeks, they spend most of the time playing role playing games.
Dungeons and Dragons. Baby.
Back to Dungeons and Dragons
with two people.
So obviously Brody, being the outcast, kind of acquaints himself with these other people.
Narrator was a cocksucker in the beginning of the movie.
I believe it was him. He was the narrator.
Yeah, he was.
Well, no, like they're having like that argument. It's like, you know what, your dead body's like now surrounded by like fucking goblins.
Oh
and,
yeah.
It's like no, you're being like a little bit.
The dungeon master.
Right,
you gotta get your there you go.
Yeah, the kid that had
the
die.
Mm-hmm.
The die.
And then I believe he puts on headphones. And now he's teleported
to
best power fucking metal video ever
Peak
made.
Of a mountain.
It reminds me, if anyone's ever seen the South Park episode with the cat piss.
Yep.
And it's the exact same thing. Almost exact same kind of idea. And then it gets interrupted by his cousin David. When that other goon shooting the squirt guns.
Yeah, the one that's even more of an asshole, it seems.
Yeah, but it's definitely full of pee.
Yep.
They peed in those squirt guns.
They took the time and the effort.
They took the time
to fill that up.
Yeah.
It's a lot of urine.
Yeah.
2 full squirt guns.
Yeah,
Now, granted,
Super soakers.
Yeah.
You give me a bottle of water, a 6-pack, and a cup of coffee, I could probably do.
Nah, man, you just pee once and then it's just gonna keep coming.
Well, it's like it's not even
You
like
break
it's not
that
even that.
seal.
Like if you don't even fill it like the first time, it's like it's gonna take me just like 15 minutes because like I broken the seal. And
Right,
come back,
exactly,
like, 4
exactly.
other times and like just like. Okay, you guys are good.
So we've gathered that this town kind of sucks ass, especially for being an outcast and whatnot. But there's one thing that they really enjoy, or that he really enjoys, and it's the local record
shop.
store,
Yep.
which I believe is Alien Records, and that's where
Something of that nature, yeah.
and that's where he meets the next friend in this foursome, another metal fan, Zach.
Oh, Zach.
And then they're looking through, the albums, and he pulls out the
They're going
Poison
through
one.
they're going through the
the
vinyls,
vinyls.
and like he's holding Poison. He's like, oh!
And the guy's like,
didn't
why are
mean
you
to
looking
do
at that? So essentially, they kind of become, things, friends, I guess, sort of, kind of. Once they figure out the same
when
kind
you
of music.
see Matt Damon wearing long hair for whatever reason in any movie, I feel like that's how he looks.
See, I thought of the guy,
just made me
the
think
guy
of Matt
from
Damon.
Typo Negative. That's all I thought of.
I'm gonna say I don't know what that guy looks like, so probably. But
looks
for some reason, it's like a very bad looking
Yeah,
Matt Damon.
that's
the way
fair.
I saw it.
So essentially, found out that, a music situation that he plays bass. This is that guy.
Sure.
Attaboy.
No offense, Bob. So they decide to
Oh, he's
form.
weird as fuck. I mean, it makes sense.
They form a metal band.
I see.
In which they've been trying to figure out the name of between the 4 of them.
Right.
And if I only remember that was it. That was the only
There
name.
was,
What do you say? Like 9
There
S's?
was there was Cannibal Unicorn.
Cannibal Unicorn. That was a good one. Yeah. There was Satan's Satan's something.
I know there was Maggot Sperm.
Maggot Sperm was one. Yep.
There we go. And then like we all just decided on Deathgasm because the bass player said Deathgasm.
But
and
then-
this was actually after a blood oath was taken, and these guys like instantly go into practice and like all play the same song without any kind of rehearsal.
Yeah.
Or direction.
And then they fuck up, and he's just like, take it from the top. Top of what? Like, you just showed up.
I do appreciate the fact though that like Zach was like, it's like you kind of fucked that up.
Yeah, that
And
really
he's
happens.
like, it's like I thought you told me you could play. He's like, oh no, I can play. All right, well then take it from the top. Like what?
So, now, what is every, I guess, black metal? I feel is kind of what they were going for, because they had the corpse paint, and that was kind of the vibe that I got. So, of course, you have to do a music video in the middle of the forest, right? With your corpse paint.
Yes.
That was pretty good.
Right? So, a little bit of montage action, kind of, tried to be like, oh, yeah, stand here, do this, pretend you're playing, blah, 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 blah. And, they
Arguably
kinda-
And they're messing it up the whole
Put your
time.
leg
Yeah.
up the tree.
Yeah, leg up the tree.
Higher.
And mind you, so they all get the corpse paint, and the drummer definitely has the kiss paint for
Yeah,
the drummer
yeah.
there. Yeah, the cat.
he's
he got
huffing
the
and
cat
puffing
ate
the
when
whole
he had to
way.
pull the whole drum set up the
Yeah.
hill. Poor bastard.
They're all looking aggressive, and he's just like,
So essentially, they do the movie or video or whatever, and then he's jerking off the sword or whatever part you want to be part of. They end up going to the store, still dressed in the paint, like that hasn't changed. So he ends up running into the girl Medina, which is his cousin David's, I guess, girlfriend,
right?
in theory. And, it's kind of that cliche, like, she thinks he's a jerk because he's a bully and all that kind of whole
We
nonsense.
did miss that little bit about earlier on when the main guy is drawing, and the teacher catches
Oh, that's
him.
right. That's right. Yeah, in math class.
He
Yeah.
has that penis syndrome like he has in Superbad.
Right, he's got to draw everything, even if he draws it sickly.
And I believe
With
the
a penis,
picture
yeah.
was, like, the
Of the
guy
teacher.
being, like...
Is like,
with-
oh, is that me getting anally raped, like rectally?
Yeah, with the,
He's
with
like-
the
Hot
prods,
pokers.
the hot pokers, yeah.
He's like, yes, sir.
Yes, sir. He
So-
was honest. He was
so the
very
teacher
honest.
takes it
And
and
throws
throws
it
it
in the
away,
trash.
and they specifically make it so you can see her look at it in the
Yeah.
trash, and then at this point she comes back. with
Yeah,
that
they
picture.
run into each other, and he's holding their tampon or whatever.
Right.
And then she actually invites to get like ice cream, right?
Yeah.
And and so they end up doing that. And if you haven't seen the meme that me and Bobby actually kind of remembered, it's
He's
like
holding her a tampon because they ran into each other. Her purse spilled, and he was
Yes.
helping her collect said
Yes.
items. And she's like, "Can I have my tampon back?"
Right.
It's like awkward.
So they have their ice cream and they're sitting next to each other. She's,
Which I don't feel like it was wrapped, by the way. That's weird.
It
to
was
me.
just out there.
Fell out of the box, maybe.
Like I feel like
don't
like
know.
you can
Maybe
see
she
like
was
a
about
little
to use it.
mouse-looking thing with the string. Like it's just I don't know. It was weird.
So they're sitting, and she's blonde girl, I guess blouse, bright vibrant colors.
Oh, girl next door. Next door type all the way.
And then he's sitting there with all black, with the corpse paint still, and then just eating their ice cream.
She's cute as hell, not for nothing, by the way. Like I would.
Oh yeah.
And it's an awkward moment. It's an awkward part where they're just kind of like she's trying to make small talk. And
She's like flirting. She's like, I want to get a tattoo and I want you to design it. And
Yeah.
he's like,
We were watching this movie. We were watching this movie
cool.
together, like holding hands, obviously. And I had made the comment that like the metal head girls have changed.
Yes, yes. So he ends up giving her some, like, trying to explain the music and how it affects and stuff like that. He was saying that, when you're down and everything sucks, and it's nice to have somebody who can relate to the same idea and can express the hatred or the anger, right?
Yep.
And then so he ends up trying to give her all these albums, and it's like cattle decapitation and
all these horrible titles and pictures.
Like,
and then
like there's a
he's
moment where she like almost throws up in her mouth because of like the cover
here,
art.
no, take this one.
And
it's
then,
a little bit better.
Yeah, I think it was like that Axe one or whatever, which is like the power metal.
Right. The same one he was listening to, I believe.
Yeah.
It's that same song.
So then, I don't remember if it's right after, but she's like jogging, and she has like her CD player, as she's running, and she's like, oh, it was like hip hop at the time. And then she changed it over to the other album, and then like it's like blows her mind, and it's the same weird cartoon power metal thing, and she's
Top
got the
of a
axe.
mountain, she's flipping her axe around.
Got
She's
girls
got
like making out with each other.
Two girls making out.
Which
she's
that,
like
evident now that I
whoa.
think about it, that axe is foreshadowing.
Yep. Yeah.
Uh huh.
We'll get to that.
Uh huh.
Oh.
Yeah.
But she felt like empowered.
Yes. So
she was like,
as they should.
That was interesting. So skip to Zach tells Brody about the metal musician Ricky Daggers, who at the time only one of them knows, but is actually living nearby. So he's like, "Hey, you want to do something crazy?" What was something like that? He said he wanted to see something cool.
They
Something
didn't think
like that.
he was actually living there.
Yeah,
like,
they
his
just
house is,
thought it
like,
was like the
abandoned and all
house.
that.
So they end up like kind of going through the house, and they find him lying on like a
fucking hobo.
Yeah. And he's like clutching up.
I think it's one of his
Yeah,
albums, like his first album or something.
Something like that. It was Axe Hammer, Axe. I don't remember.
Axe Smith or something like that.
Something like that. So they try to like steal it from him, and then obviously the guy wakes up, and he's like getting crazy, swinging his bat around and stuff like that.
Give me that back.
Yeah. And he's like, no, we're metalheads and stuff like that. And then he said, what did he say? Like, we're all gonna die or something like that. Because some guy shows up in like a.
He's like.
It looks like was it Mr. Smith or whatever
Yeah,
from
Mr.
like
from Matrix.
Yeah, kind of deal or
Right.
the Kingsman. I think that was the other one kind of idea.
Right.
So that guy shows up, and then like the Daggers just gives him the album and said, "You need to guard this, like go." And then
they jump out the window. They
yep.
run away.
And then the dressed man finds them, and then hits him in the face with the thing, and then ends up killing him. And we kind of discussed this because he's like, "Tell me where it is," and he didn't want to tell him, so he just killed him instead, which isn't very good tactics. Because if you want information, somebody, it's not useful when they're
gone.
dead.
Tell me what you know. No.
Exactly. Yeah. It's just kind of like, okay, well, that now you really don't know. Yeah.
Shit. I think I was supposed to ask him something else before I shot him.
Yeah. Who has it? Why is that window open?
So this man is part of a cult, which is looking for the Black Hymn, which was in that album that was given to them.
That transition from dark house to super white.
Super
office.
white ass. Yeah. So it's like a dude at a desk, and he's like, yeah, we lost it. I killed him, but we lost the papers. Someone took it. And then like the guy was like, okay, well, you're gonna learn your lesson. And then they like these two guys with masks. They look like they're from Mordor, like some like Lord of the Rings nonsense. Yeah. And they just like chop his head off. And then the guy gets like pissed because it's all over his rug. And they were like, and then he's like, do it again. And they're kind of like, what? It's like, you need tarps and stuff. You can't do it all on this rug. Down,
and then they put it over the bloody rug.
And then he's just like, do it again. And then they like try to awkwardly recreate. They like put the head back on and then just like slice or rolls off. And he was like, that's nice. And then that girl like pops up from between his legs and like looks around. And then he just kind of like pushes her head back down.
He pulls up Bill Clinton.
Yes. For lack of a better term. So yeah, so that seems to be the bad
head endurance of steel through that whole scene.
Yeah.
You're right.
Just saying.
Didn't make a peep down there.
Nope. And there's no gag reflex. So
it was at least 3 minutes long.
Nope.
Mm-hmm.
It's amazing.
Good for her.
Holding it the whole time.
Good for her. So, back at Brody's house, they find the sheets of music, and they find the sheets of music, which is the Black Hymn, is in the cover. So they're like, oh shit, we can play this.
Right, they thought it was like the original like
they
music
figured
to songs, to their songs.
Right.
They didn't know it was.
Right, so the band starts to play the songs and the lights flicker, and like Uncle Albert, like his uncle's like trying to bang in, they like turn the music up, and then like he starts to get like all like,
turn off that devil music.
Yeah, but then like his nose starts bleeding and his eyes start like disappearing, and he's like slowly kind of weirdly transforming. And then like he's like bleeding from his eyes, and then Brody like kind of like freaks out while he's playing and then stops. So his uncle like reverts back, and he just has like the bleeding eyes, and he's like, what the fuck?
And he runs away and runs upstairs.
Pretty much. And then of course, Zach's like, you fucked up again. Like,
what the fuck?
Pretty much.
And then he describes it as like, when you can't breathe and everything's just like everything around you can't see, and he's like, that's what it was like. And he's like, I don't care, man.
Exactly, yeah. He's like, I don't give a fuck. So the next day in school, during the test, he's because like the words are in Latin, so he's like trying to like transcribe it as he's going, and it's like demon stuff like that. And I think it said like something about playing the hymn to summon the king of demons for like ultimate power or something like that.
The something for personal powers through demons or
something like along those lines.
It
reads the Black Hymn, play it to invoke the demon. So Brody's cousin at the end of the school day saw him and his girlfriend when they were eating ice cream previously. So they pretty much beat the shit out of him, essentially. And that's where they ripped the earring out.
Ripped the earring out.
So
and they show it, too. They show it pretty good. Like that was probably the best done thing there.
Now, while this is happening, Zach is siphoning diesel fuel from an ambulance.
And he stated he had no remorse.
Nope, none. He did not care
Don't
at
you
all.
feel bad? No.
No, I'm all set. Because
not even a little.
Because what's her name comes up to him.
Yeah, I can never remember her name because it's a weird
girl next door.
I know like what she looks like, Medina. And it was like, hey, where's Brody? Blah blah blah.
Details.
Yeah. And couldn't find him, and she gives him a note. I was like, can you give this to Brody for me? And she's like, don't read it. Like, of course.
And he crosses his heart.
Yeah. Okay.
He's a good Christian boy to her.
Mm-hmm. So essentially, he reads it, and it's pretty much like, hey, meet me by the park at 9 or whatever. So obviously, he's not going to tell Brody about it. So he ends up going to Sid Park and tells her that, oh yeah, he's not interested. And then all in all, like they end up making out because he gives her his jacket, and yeah.
It's nighttime. It's cold.
Yeah. So at this same time, Brody ends up going home. He's got like the big swollen eye. He's all upset, and looks like they fucked up his room too. Because when he goes in, it shows like everything's trash.
It says like something.
Brody drinks jizz.
Yeah, all over one of the posters.
Yeah. So
That's when he got pissed.
So that's when he's kind of like has like the hymn in his hand.
If somebody
and he's
wrote
like,
Marcus drinks jizz over my Trivium poster, I'd be like, fuck you.
yeah, right? I'd be pissed.
Go in his room and wreck his
I put my balls in his drum
math
set.
posters or
I
something.
would teabag the fuck out of anything in his room.
He's like, I'm gonna punch you in the dick every morning.
Yeah,
or
that
something
was
like
that was the
One of
threat or
yeah.
whatever. So essentially, he kind of gets like, the hymns in his hand, and he's like, all right. Like, you see like the smile on his face of like ultimate power. So pretty much, they get together and they're like, all right, we're gonna play this again.
They play it for a long time. They play it for like double the time as before.
Yep.
Yeah, they convert the whole motherfucking town.
Yeah, pretty much.
The garage door
There's
opens.
blood in the streets. There's eyeballs popping out
spewing,
everywhere.
yeah.
There's babies vomiting blood. There's
a tornado coming down out of the sky.
Yeah, it was a big mess of everything, and then essentially they like pass out,
Yeah, they
and
all have
and all
seizures.
the amps explode, like everything's like boom.
not for nothing. The baby was a little much. I could have.
Yeah, there was a baby. I caught that. I was like, oh, that's interesting.
Could have went without. Yeah.
Could have went without the baby. Yeah.
Like,
That
listen. My thing with horror movies, like, I don't like killing kids and I don't like killing dogs.
Yeah, no dogs.
Like, I'm all set with that shit.
I would have pass.
Not even necessarily in that order. It might be dogs and then kids, but like, I'm just saying, I'm out.
So they wake up. Oh no, yeah. So with the blood thing, because his uncle goes upstairs, like just fire and blood everywhere. He's like
all over the
like a
carpet.
fire hydrant of fucking red liquid. So they end up waking up and they're just kind of like trying to figure out what happened. Like their head hurts and trying to figure out what's going on. So then essentially his face is magically fixed. Kind of noticing that, but Brody's trying to be like, oh, do I look different? Because he thinks it worked. And he thinks he's all powerful, and then Zach just like gut punches him, and then like
He's
clearly,
like, if anything, you could be weaker.
clearly did not work.
Am I the man? No.
So it shows him in the bathroom at school, like kind of like next scene, and then this guy with these heart sunglasses, who's clearly like a demon, like just slides up next to him. Yeah, like literally sounding like that, and is pretty much
He's
just,
like, okay.
yeah, like he's telling him like you're gonna
And then he,
die
like-
and you're gonna
he,
use
like,
your
slides-
ass.
Then he like
It's
slides
like,
away.
I'm sick of hearing from this guy.
Yeah,
It's
and
like,
then,
Oh, by the way.
yeah, and then he's like, I'm gonna roast your nuts on a fire or something like
While
that.
they're still attached.
Yeah.
That's why you're still alive.
And then he just like, and he's just
like-
like, okay.
Okay. He's like,
And then he just slides.
Just so
over.
you know.
And just slides. I have no idea. It was like he was like totally okay with it. So then they're in math class again.
he's wearing like the dorkiest like fucking sweater too.
Yeah.
Like it's like what?
Yeah. So now they're in.
It's like nothing about this is weird to anybody. Okay, that's fine. That's fine.
Well,
It's
now-
like I get it. I
now
get it.
now they're in math class, and Mr. Cappenhurst is like stabbing the wall,
writing hieroglyphs.
and then like he starts to like fart because
bloody
his,
diarrhea.
and then just like they're like kids are like, oh, it's funny, and then just like this
Streaming
fucking
down his
blood
leg
just
and just-
pours out of his tiny shorts.
The worst case of hemorrhoids anybody's
Yeah.
ever seen.
Yeah. So
and
then
they're
like,
like,
are you
excuse
okay?
me, are you
Are you okay?
And he just turns around,
Yeah.
stomps on over. A big
And then this
demon
poor
boss guy.
girl is just sitting in the front row, and he's just spewing shit like all over her.
Everyone else gets up.
please.
Yeah, yeah. Everyone leaves
Everyone gets up and gets to the back of the class.
except her,
Except
who's
for
covered
her.
in blood. And then he stops, and she's just staring at him.
There's
and,
no way I can be released from my chair.
and then all of a sudden she like all over him again, all over her again.
I can't believe this is happening again. I don't know what I did, though. Lord, help me.
And then it cuts to the end of the day, like as if nothing else happened.
Yeah, it's kind of weird because then it moves to the
Listen, we have a budget.
yeah, exactly. We can only do so much blood at once. So you
You
gotta
can only show 3 hours of every day.
yeah. So now it kind of moves to Brody and Zach are in the repair shop.
Right, and they're smoking their cigarettes.
Yeah, and they're like in
chilling.
the car, and they realize that Zach's father is
Smashing his
is
head
that against the wall.
over and over against the wall. And they're like, what the is that sound?
Yeah. So he's just kind of because he has like a bandana wrapped around his head for whatever reason. Like
He's
like that was,
covering his face that has like no eyeballs and like crazy ass.
well, he
fucking
pulled him
teeth.
out.
But he was like over by like the garage door going.
Yeah, like just bonking against it. So like they kind of pull him off. They take the rag off his head, and like he covers his eyes and then pulls out his eyes.
Yeah, I think he does it right
and
there.
then does like the thing from Our Real Monsters where he's like, I see you.
He's holding them up in his
Yeah,
hands.
he's like holding them. And then essentially, yeah, like Our Real Monster, yeah.
Crumped.
And then pretty much then you have your first kind of demon fight scene. It's kind of where it's at.
Yep.
So
and a rational fear for Circular Sanders.
yeah, he sanded the shit out of him.
Yeah, power tools are your friends.
Yeah. And then ended up like kicking him down.
Power tools of flesh make good time fun unless you're one of those people that actually work with power tools and you never want to work with power tools again.
And then they drop the motor on his face.
Yeah, they do the cliche motor right on the head, hanging
Okay,
perfectly.
this is my thing about this scene, though. It's like, where the fuck was that motor? Why was the motor 10 feet in the air? Because that thing dropped from, like, the fucking top of the ceiling. Like, usually you lift the motor enough to get out of the fucking hood. It's not 10 feet up in the air.
doesn't exist over there, okay?
That's true. They do whatever the fuck they want. So
it's like, oh, what's up? What do you have up there in the Raptor? Oh my gosh, look at that collection of motors. It's just ready to drop on my head anytime you need me to. Kaboom.
So,
and they say check his pulse.
Yeah, check his pulse. He's like, well,
should I check his pulse?
His head's a motor. I don't think he has.
It's like that scene where they cut the guy in half and like the fucking like the axe, and he's like he was gonna put his head together. It's like, what are you doing?
Yeah,
and like walk away, bro.
So Zach's father taught Zach. We kind of missed this, but I'll roll into it. Kind of something to do if you're getting bullied, because obviously Brody was being bullied.
He got his ass kicked.
So essentially, Zach kind of told him, he's like, "Hey, what you do is like, hey, you look down at the zipper, and you say your
dong's
hanging out, and then when they look down, you punch them in the face."
The greatest move ever.
Yep.
UFC quality.
UFC quality.
I think it's how he would have wanted to go.
Pretty much.
It's like, what?
Yeah, he ripped his eyes out, and then he
sanded his face off, and then like a motor fell on his fucking face.
Yeah, that's definitely how you go.
Yeah. Totally.
Yeah, totally. So, and then Brody kind of tells him like, "Hey, I kind of summoned shit. It's kind of my fault. Sorry, buddy."
You would do that without telling us?
Yeah, right. I think he was more upset like he didn't get told.
Yeah.
Versus like, oh, dude, that's fucking retarded. Dude, you wouldn't tell me? We could have summoned demons together, man.
Right. So now moving
Fucking
on
hardo.
to the rest of the band, or the other half of the band, we have Dion and Giles, who are trying to get into Brody's house.
One's yielding a paintball gun, and one is yielding Hulk gloves.
No. He is dual wielding Hulk fists.
He has the Hulk fists on, the kid Hulk fists.
The big ones.
Even those look.
They're like
compared
soccer
to the real
boppers,
things.
yeah.
They were weird looking, but yeah.
So
they're
you
not
know,
well prepared.
no, because then one of the demons shows up and he's like shooting him with the paintballs, and then
Man, these things suck.
Yeah, and then takes like the dice out of his dice purse, quote unquote, and then tries to hit him with the dice thing, and it's like sticking in his head. It's not doing anything. And all of a sudden, it gets axed in the top of the head. And Medina happens to evidently be like a master swordsman with an axe.
Because she listened to metal.
And that must be it.
She had those skills. She was swinging around that axe on top of that mountain before.
Remind me of that movie, the Lincoln Vampire Hunter movie.
Oh, yeah. Where he's just spinning the axe around and shit.
Oh, yeah, just fucking wielding that fucking
Maybe she
thing.
saw that. And
I don't remember that
like,
part of history, though. That's what I don't understand.
You know what? I totally believe the movie versus like the history.
That's so much. It's a lot cooler.
Like it's way better.
Like I didn't tell a lie. It's like no. You
Dude,
were
Abe
swinging
Lincoln,
an axe like
totally
an asshole.
like murdered vampires.
I mean,
that's why we don't have them anymore.
Exactly. That's like Odin and the Ice Giants.
That's why nobody fucked with him when he abolished slavery.
He's just like standing there with the axe.
Like,
okay, yeah, man, whatever.
Yeah, he wasn't up there with a pen. He was up there with an axe.
Yeah. It's like the blood like smearing on the paper.
Listen here, we're gonna stop.
Look,
this.
I dare you to vote against me, Congress.
Right. So, so she pretty much saves their lives, and there's a little banter, and then they're like, "Hey, the school has a panic room. Why don't we go there?" So they leave a note on his door telling him, "Hey, I'm going to the panic room."
To which I go back to the Geico commercial, where it's like a horror scene, and it's like, "Why don't we just get in the running car? Are you crazy?
Yeah."
We're gonna go in that shed with like all the
chainsaws. and then like the bad guy just like shaking his head like, what are these people doing?
Okay.
Let's go in the field.
So
to the cemetery. I love that.
So Brody got flashbacks about when he was in the record shop. Abigail she's like a psychic, and she happened to be in there at the same time. And he's like, oh, she might know something. Then I'm going there, and she's definitely dying.
Yeah, she's bleeding. She's not having a good time. She ain't telling any more.
No.
Any more prophecies.
Essentially speaking, we address the scene. We address what actually happened. And she pretty much says, "Well, we're all fucked, aren't we?"
Yeah, she's pretty much like she's kind of like your lore for the time being.
You probably shouldn't have did that, Brody.
So they
kind of fucked us all on that one, didn't you?
Hand.
Well, hold on. So she tells him that they have invoked the demon Aloth, quote unquote, the blind one, which that makes sense because all the people have no eyes,
no eyeballs. Yeah.
So, which because of the thing, and that the residents of the town are not possessed by the minions, which will kill every human being in order to prepare for Aloth's arrival. So they have the 3 a.m., which standard Pacific time. Don't forget that. So he will merge with the most evil human being present.
The blackest of hearts.
Yep. So before she's able to tell him how to undo the summoning...
Hand.
Yes.
A hand comes right through that chest.
Like alien style.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Which happened to be the owner.
The shop owner,
the shop
right?
owner,
The shop owner of the Alien Records.
Yep.
And he's chomping away on that heart.
Yes.
And he's like licking his teeth and he's going,
Yeah. So, they pretty much, I think they leave. I don't think they actually fight there.
Yeah.
Because they end up going, well, no, they were going to leave. Like, they were, like, driving and he was going, like, really fast. And he's like, oh, yeah, fuck this. We're going to go play Slayer and go to the Watchtower and watch the whole town burn.
Right.
And then Brody was like, no, we need to find our friends and blah, blah, blah.
And then that's when he figures out, he's like, what if we play it backwards like that other
Judas
band?
Priest.
Right.
Like Rob Halford style.
Yes, that's what he says.
So, essentially on top of that, he wants to leave, and of course, Zach's driving faster and faster and faster, and then he does like the thing where he just like, hits the steering wheel and turns
he, like,
away.
grabs the steering wheel and turns them, and they don't
Which,
flip.
that's the first time in a horror, or in any movie where I've seen like something like that, where the person actually just puts on the brakes. Because anytime people
normally they roll.
Usually when they lose control, they just keep driving.
Right.
Like, just put on the brakes.
And he pulls over in a nice dirt parking lot.
Yeah, like that was a lot easier. And then he ends up trying to walk away, and then like the guy, I don't know if he felt bad, but it's like, no, get in the car, we'll go.
Yeah, I thought it was gonna be like a jump scene, like something was gonna jump out at
Well, you
them,
could
but
hear like the noises of the creatures like around or whatever.
So then nothing happens.
They just kind of like
they
went
just
back to
go.
the car.
And then they show up at the house the
Brody's
note was
house.
left at.
Yeah,
Right.
Brody's house. His own house, but Zach finds the note.
And he's the first one at the door.
But he just throws it down because I think he doesn't want him to find. Well, he doesn't want them to find out about the girl. I almost guarantee you that's what it is.
He's avoiding. Yeah.
So, because they go to the house to receive the sheet music. Now
this might be
so
the greatest.
This scene starts weird because you have Zach who's behind Brody. And then, like, it shows Zach, and then it pans to just Brody, and then it quickly pans back, and then his uncle's there as the demon, and it just, like, attacks him.
Right, and Zach's just
like, gone. He's just
out
gone.
Of the way.
So he's being, like, choked out by his uncle, and then Zach walks in with the beer, like, drinking it. He's like, oh, shit. And then he's, like, trying to finish the beer before he goes and helps him. He's like,
which is a tremendous respect for alcohol abuse.
Yeah, exactly.
It was a green bottle, so... What do you think it was?
Dude, you chugged that
Heine?
thing?
Bobby Heine.
Maybe a Rolling.
Yeah, I was gonna say Rolling Rock.
Rolling Rock, yeah. That's more their style.
Because the Heineken bottle is
Different.
definitely a more bulky shape. Like this had a long neck bottle.
Okay. Yeah, it did.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Although being English, it might be a good Hefeweizen.
It's true.
Could be.
Yeah. So
green bottle is bad form, by the way.
While
bad form.
Yeah, it doesn't protect from the sunlight.
Right.
So, while Zach's fighting the uncle or whatever, he goes to get the sheet music, and of course it blows out the window, because that makes sense.
Right.
So having to go back...
Because every window in the world is a vacuum.
Yes.
Yeah, because he grabs his guitar, and then things are shaking and lightning and stuff, and then, all the windows open.
Yep. So, now we have the aunt that shows up, and now there's a big fight scene. And they go and hide in their room.
They push the bed in the way. Very
And
badly.
then they're like, there's got to be something. And then they see a box that's quoted as church stuff.
Holy relics.
And they're like, oh, there's maybe some crosses or something, crucifixes we can use. And they open it, and he pulls out. The first thing he pulls out are just anal beads.
Rosary beads.
Yeah, and he's just like, yeah, those are prayer beads.
Those are rosary beads.
And then he pulls out like the longest, blackest dick possible, or
The
dildo.
double-ended
Double-ended
2-way black schlong.
And he's just like, what about this? And then he's like hitting him in the face with it,
Puts it on his lips.
It's like, yeah. So it's pretty much just a box of sex toys.
Don't forget, for later scenes, the tabletop standalone.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's just multiple dildos.
They're everywhere.
There's it's sex toy heaven.
So they're like, all right, let's go.
The one that spins, which,
Right.
correct me if I'm wrong, ladies. Do you really want your penis to be up in there, like fucking rotating? Like that's just.
Yeah, it's got the wrong people.
That's weird for me.
It's kind of hard to helicopter with the insertion.
Just like I just feel like there's too many body part pieces like flying all. It's like.
So,
anyways,
they arm themselves with the anal beads and the giant black dildo, and then they
go on the offensive.
Yeah, and then he's just slapping him in the face in the slowest motion possible of this giant penis just hitting this guy in the face.
The demon.
Over.
Which is drawing blood, by the way.
Yeah,
blood.
I mean, it's probably hefty.
Yeah.
I mean, Tyrone's got some weight, I would imagine, right?
And then Zach has the rosary.
Yes, the rosary beads. Oh, mind you, I didn't
the
say.
with that.
Yeah, what's the first thing he does when he pulls out the rosary beads? Is he
Oh,
fucking
right.
smells it. He fucking smells it. Well, anyway.
So they beat him down with those.
Yeah. So there's kind of this huge.
Choose your weapon.
Yeah.
Dildo.
So they're pretty much they're duking it out.
It's like that's what you're going with. That's what you're going with right there.
Mm-hmm.
Sweet.
And mid-fight, one of them leaves. Who was it that left? One of them leaves and goes in the garage and grabs the chainsaw.
The chainsaw, that's right. Yeah, so he takes it. There's like this tiny montage of him trying to start it because he can't start it.
Best scene ever. Because like I said, that's like me every spring trying to start my weed whacker.
Stepping on it, putting it over your head,
Yeah.
holding it in one place.
Fuck!
So, yeah.
Damn it!
Yep.
Fuck it! I'll buy a new one.
So he finally starts it and he goes in, and he goes to run forward and like trips over the rug and just like drops it.
Yeah, he falls. Yeah.
And then Zach gets pulled in the back room with the uncle,
Like-
and then he has to fight the aunt.
Yep, all by himself in that room.
Yep. And then somehow this blade is still spinning.
Yep, safety's off somehow.
That thing,
And
it's
still
it's
going.
unmanned,
Yep.
sitting on the floor, and the
Can't
blade
get
is
it to
just
turn over, but
going.
once it does, you're fucked. Because
Yeah.
guess what? You have no safety.
Nope. So they're kind of like fighting around a little bit, and like she has his head like against almost to the saw. Like that's like how that's going. So it switches to Zach, who's in the back room, being like choked out, I think.
Against the door.
Yeah, and then finds like another dildo that
Yeah,
we
there's
saw
one
earlier.
like on the bureau or something.
And then just starts stabbing the shit out of his face.
The sit and
with it.
spin dildo.
No, this is a regular one.
No, it was the sit and spin dildo.
Not
It was-
this one.
It was on top of the barrel.
Yeah, it was like one of the suction cup ones.
Well, yeah, okay, if that's how you want to.
Believe you me, it was the sit and spin.
Okay, all right, fine, sure.
I'm not gonna question that.
You clearly have more knowledge of this than I do.
But yeah, he pokes him in the face like.
Dude, he like removes his jaw.
Like if you were taking a fork to stab something in front of you, that's how he
Yeah.
was doing it with the
Just
dildo,
over
like,
and over into
like,
his bottom
open your
jaw.
mouth. And
Yeah.
he did. There was one part where he like actually guided it in the guy's mouth, and then he broke his jaw.
And he broke his jaw with it.
So that was done.
And then Zach ends up running out, and then attacking the lady, the aunt, who's on top of him, to get him away from the saw. And then he ends up finally sawing her in the stomach for like a long time, and then gets scratched.
Yeah, she like scratches the top of his hand.
Yep.
Yeah. And then the way he kills her.
Yeah.
You remember he grabs the two
Yeah,
other
dildos. Because
the two motion dildos.
Yeah.
So much death by dildo.
Yeah.
One in each ear and squishes the head
Yep.
together.
One spins.
And leaves.
Yeah,
leaves
just
the-
like
yeah, it's just sitting there going in the head. And then later.
Can't even understand the glorious pleasure that this might give you. I don't understand it.
But then Zach, after they go looking through the house or whatever, Brody comes back and Zach has
And then, like,
put his aunt on top of
Yeah,
the dad
yeah.
with her head facing down, and the dildo's still
Yeah.
spinning. So it's making her head move, and he's like, "What? I found them like this."
So they're sitting there, right? And they're like,
Well, they were in the 69 position.
Right.
Yeah.
At that
Yeah.
point,
Yeah.
they're like...
So the two guys are sitting there and they're like exhausted from fighting, right? And then his fucking cousin David shows up, clearly not a zombie. And then Brody's like, and just grabs the saw and then just like removes his head.
And he sits down with a big
And he's just
smile.
like, I don't think that guy was a zombie. He's like, no.
Oh, he was turned.
He said something about Satan or
devils
something. You didn't hear that?
Yeah, fuck that guy. Whatever, it's fine.
Yep. And then essentially they got to go find this sheet music and they just start
Drive
suiting
around
up.
the city like it's
Well,
nothing.
they suit up. It's like this little montage of suiting up.
I think Phase 1 went to the park.
Yeah, and mind you, they were able to find all these pages, like all around the city. Like they just knew where they were.
Right.
Like in the middle of the night.
Drive straight up to it. None of this looking around or getting caught out doing random locations. They just beeline for every one of them. Got them.
Yeah.
Good for them.
So in the meantime, the members of the cult, they end up coming to the town or whatever, and they meet with Terry. So Terry is the one who was in the bathroom.
Right, and did the weird slide up.
Yeah, with the glasses. Yeah. So, I don't know who this guy is. He's the only one who seems to be able to talk and have like some kind of like, I don't know.
Maybe Terry is the demon inside of him?
Maybe. It's weird. It's interesting.
Either way, it's the guy from the bathroom scene way earlier.
Yeah. So he appears to be the ambassador. So Terry promises Aeon, who's the main bad guy from the cult, that Aloth will merge with him because he is supposedly, and the guy's like, oh yeah, it was gonna be me. I need to be there.
Yep.
But then the blowjob chick who's next to him ends up just like driving the knife right through his back.
Yep.
And then into his mouth. And then says, now who has the gag or doesn't have a gag reflex?
At a girl.
That was the joke. So evidently, obviously, there's some kind of backstabbery here. No pun intended.
And none of the other henchmen do anything
Oh,
about it.
they don't care.
They don't care. They're just like, okay.
Yeah.
And they follow her.
Yep. So now, Shanna is the girl. She has a name, Shanna, not blowjob girl. I take that back.
I think I like the first.
So obviously now she claims to be the leader. Yeah, so while this is happening, obviously, like I said, they're finding all the sheet notes and stuff. So they end up going to the school where they actually found one of the sheets, but they see a flashlight
right
in the window. And Brody's like, oh yeah, we should go. And he almost gets axed by his future woman there.
Right, the one we can never remember the name
Yep,
of.
the one that I'm going to keep going back into because I can't remember her goddamn name, but it's Medina. I keep thinking Melina for some reason. But
Girl next door.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah.
So.
I'd move next door to her.
Touche.
Where you live?
Yeah.
I don't want to be in that town. Are you kidding me?
Yeah. So they end up going to the safe room, and of course, the two other guys there, Dion and Giles, are there.
Playing D&D.
Playing D&D, per usual. So now
Goblin Lord says, "Oh, hey, good to see you're alive."
Yep.
Pretty much how that happened.
So they like talk it out and stuff, and then he finds out about the betrayal.
Well, so the girl's, mind you, the girl is sharpening her axe, so she has some knowledge of this.
Yeah, she's like, isn't it good that the teacher's rocks
Mr. Blah blah blah's
Yeah.
rock collection came in like so hot right now, didn't it?
I don't think those were the words, but that's fine.
Look how I sharpen my axe.
It's
good interpretation.
Yeah, it's
we can
well
accept
done.
that.
Yeah.
Oh, daddy.
He's
so essentially.
Let me show you those dildos.
Yeah, the swirly one.
Show me the black one.
Unrealistic. Anyway.
Are they all double?
Double-headed Hydra.
It doesn't matter if there's only one of you. What does it matter?
Let me rub my rock.
All right. Now that Jack time's over. So he has the the cut on his hand, and she notices it, and she goes to like bandage it up, and that's where he sees the jacket, Jack's jacket.
Right.
And they're like, "Oh, how did you?" And then it's kind of realization that he never got the note, and blah blah blah. That he's not interested, but he is interested.
He gets mad and runs at him.
And tries to go fight him, and then just gets the shit kicked out of him.
Again.
Yeah.
By another person.
Another man bigger than him. So
yeah,
Zach
Brody
leaves.
got his ass kicked like so many times in like this movie.
Yeah. So
And
Zach,
you know what? I blame social media because, like, you know, if we were not in a note taking society, like kind of a thing, it's like you don't hand a note to somebody like expecting that to get to like the said person.
No one
It's
cares.
like,
I haven't seen. I don't. Now that I
all
think about it, there's not
anymore.
one cell phone at all.
Well, we're still
it's-
fucking
it's
passing
Europe.
notes in this movie.
Yeah,
like,
but, like,
we
not
don't-
once.
We have not yet figured out like a good system. Like we came up like after the note thing failed, we came up with like fucking Facebook and Instagram, and like that's just created a whole other fucking world of shit.
So essentially, Zach leaves. Zach's like, "Fuck you guys. I never liked you anyways.
Think about
Good
it.
luck.
I'm going home.
Good luck
Death
dying.
to false metal.
Yeah, death to false metal. Good luck dying with on your own without
I
me."
banged the girl next door. I'm out of here.
Yeah, pretty much. So reasoning that they can stop the evil by playing the music backwards, they must play loud enough for the entire town to hear. So they're like, "Oh, there's amps in the Dagger guys that they saw originally."
in Dagger's house, where they got the record in the first.
You give me the amps and you cover me.
Didn't they say like, "Oh, those all look busted"?
Yeah,
when they
he said
first
that,
went in
yeah.
there, like. And
No,
then-
They said they're old.
vintage.
They said they're old. Yeah.
They're not busted. They're vintage. You don't get toned like that.
Yeah, yeah. So, trying to leave and go there, they actually get confronted by the cult. And,
Right, they get
Shannon's like, "Oh, give me
captured.
the thing or whatever." And then, of course, she takes the girl. And, there's like it's a very, very brief back and forth, but he just gives her the shit.
Right.
And then they ended up getting tied up, and oddly enough, still end up in that guy's house.
Yeah. Where the circle that they were going to use is, or something like that, for whatever reason. But yeah, they're all tied up in that room.
They're all tied up.
Nerdy Dice Kid shits himself.
He does, because he thinks that's a good way
He's
to...
like, "You think they'll let us go if I shit myself?"
He's like, "Well, they're about to find out."
How do they handle flagellants?
So, then they hear like a bonking noise, like a banging noise. And then, of course, the Dagger guy died in that house.
Yeah, he
So
comes
he-
out of what? What
and
was
he-
it, like a briefcase?
Yeah, and he's like, "Who's gonna be first to get skull fucked?" And of course, he looks at Dion, the kid who just
that
shit himself.
Yeah. It's like, you.
And he's like, "No, I need my skull.
I need my skull for a test tomorrow."
Yeah, right. And then, of course, last minute, Zach shows back up in corpse paint and saves the day.
With a chainsaw. Or
Well, he had the hammer, the claw hammer.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, he had a claw
Yeah.
hammer. Yeah,
So-
he shows back up. He saves the day. Which, at that point, I thought they would have shown him, like... ugh, because
Yeah,
the kid
yeah, they
shoots
would
up,
have
but
made
they
like
didn't-
a.
They didn't make a
they
joke
didn't make a
about that at
comment,
all.
but they
Kinda
did.
disappointed.
But they did joke in that like him and Brody like did like the handshake thing and
Right.
like we're cool, and then Medina's like, it's like, "Oh, okay, so you just left and came back and all you did was like put on makeup."
Would that take 15 minutes?
Yeah, it's like, "How long did it take?" He was like, "It's corpse paint."
It's for going
He's-
into battle.
And he's like, "Oh, well," she's like, "Well, you look fabulous. Brings out your eyes." Just talking shit, pretty much. And then he says, Can you pull me real quick before we go?"
And he's like leaning in with
Yeah,
like his
and
junk
like
out
you can't
almost.
see anything, and she's kind of like, "What?" And then like it's two
It pans
chainsaws,
back to the chainsaws, and
she's like, "Oh,
she
okay."
starts them, yeah, and then it cuts.
Yeah. So now they kind of like while this is going on, they have like their circle ritual. They're trying to summon the big man, and they kind of like he's got the two chainsaws, so he breaks in and puts one of the saws right in that guy's butthole.
And he just stays bent over like that, taking
He
it like
just
a
took
champ.
it. It like showed the man's butt.
Yep, showed the cheeks and all.
Yeah.
And
It was a good time. It was a good
Even
time.
after he pulled away, like
Yeah.
it still was like squirting.
he laid down. Well, you got to give him cool down time. You know?
Yeah, it's 15 minutes usually between.
That's the moment when the person's really like, "Can you get a towel, please?"
He is like, "Please." So they're doing some like weird fighting, and while he's dual chainsawing everybody, they're trying to set up like the guitar, and the other three are gonna defend him so we can play the song backwards. And then, of course, Chainsaw Guy, Zach, gets, like, pulled away through
a
one of the
window.
windows.
Yeah.
And then, like, they just start, like, mobbing in. So then, now, mind you, Dion is, like, gone. He found a sword.
Yeah, the one that shit himself.
But he got
found a sword.
lost. And then, like this one jumps out, and he tries to, like, swing the sword, and it gets, like, stuck or,
throws
like, flies backward. And then, like, Sub-Zero style, she just removes his head and spine.
It pulls it right up and out.
So he's gone. And then the few are trying to attack Brody on stage, and then Guile tries to, like, defend with his paintball gun
Yeah,
that
he
he still
runs
has.
at them with a paintball gun.
And then two of them just, like, remove his arms and just start beating him with it.
Yeah, that was great. I was dying at that. Beating him with his own arm.
So they're pretty much dead.
And that's when Vampire Hunter
Well,
Abraham Lincoln came into play.
Yeah, she started swinging her axe and fucking shit up. And
then they go outside.
Well,
didn't they show the outside after that?
yeah, so he's outside with the two chainsaws still, and there's a bunch of them, and he does this crazy, like, running, jumping, spinning saw thing, and it's like an anime thing where he, like, lands, and they all just, like, bleed
all their
out.
heads pop off.
Yeah. That's so weird. So then he's trying to play the song or whatever. No, that's not yet.
Right, they fight off the two.
And then he
demons
comes back
that are
in with
left.
the chainsaw.
He kills him with the drill that's attached to his
Yes,
guitar.
that's right.
He
That
drills
is a
like
thing.
two of them with it.
And
then
but he doesn't manage to play it before
3
a.m.
Or 3 a.m. 3 p.m.
And while he's playing it, he's like, oh, I'm not even in the right tune. And then she's just like looking at him, and he's like trying to like retune in the process.
We were all like, oh yeah, that's so good.
This reference is too easy.
Yeah.
He's just sitting there tuning, and everything's getting closer and going bad. And
yeah, it's
he's just like plinking away.
So then 3 a.m. and then like the sky opens up,
and a light comes down.
And then Shannon just decides to just remove all of her clothes.
Bare it all.
And then, as she's like supposed to be taking in like the demon like kind of thing, she gets stabbed. Is it stabbed or is it chainsawed? No, he grabs one of the dude's swords that's on the ground, doesn't he?
Yeah, it's like a long curved blade.
Yeah,
he stabs her.
And Zach
through the
comes
chest.
up behind, and now, kind of saying from before, it will go into the one with the darkest soul. He has the darkest soul, so
it transfers into him.
Now he gets this big silly like, and I reference like more.
It's like a
Power Rangers.
It's like a '90s headpiece.
Yeah, I think of like Power Rangers, like the bad guy from Power Rangers, like
Yeah.
with the horns and like you can tell it's like a helmet kind of thing.
He's like lumbering around. It's too heavy for the rest of his body.
Yep. So
but
he,
the eyes, when you were describing,
you could actually
how
see the eyes behind it.
His eyes were like supposed to be covered and
Yeah,
blind.
you
and
could
stuff,
see,
so that was kind of cool.
Yeah,
though.
you could actually see him in the back,
Right,
which is
right.
kind of funny. So this is supposed to be Aloth, is who it's supposed to be. It's pretty much just Zach's body with his head on it, I guess. So obviously Brody realizes it's too late to complete the hymn, and then he actually gets like stabbed with a horn. Like the guy like headbutts him with one of his horns. I don't know, it was weird.
Whatever happened to him bleeding? Because he was bleeding pretty
Yeah,
good.
yeah,
and
like
then
he stabbed him in like abdomen.
He decides to pick up the guitar.
And then the Aloth goes for the girl who's in the corner and was about to hit her with the axe. And then Brody just starts playing just metal music
He just
that he
starts
knows.
shredding like
He
a
just-
solo.
Yeah, pretty much. And then it evidently reverts Zach back to his like human form.
I think that's the power that he got
Like
from
the power of love.
Well, you know how it said like in the note, the note that he translated, that if you play this song, you will get ultimate power. Maybe that's the power you got.
Possible. Maybe just played from the heart. I don't know. Who knows?
That's bullshit.
That's bullshit. Hearts are stupid. That's one of the Captain Planet.
It's metal. He doesn't
elements.
have heart.
This is fair.
I'm going to defeat the rule of all evil with power chords.
Yeah. So essentially, Zach's kind of like trying to fight out the demon, and he's like in Brody's arms, and then he's just like, you gotta kill me. So he ends up taking the razor that's on his necklace.
Yeah.
And then cuts his neck open. That's pretty much what it
the
is.
blood brother razor.
Yes.
And then for whatever reason, the demon doesn't like transfer to the next darkest person.
Yeah,
It
maybe
just
because the
goes
other two
away.
weren't dark. Maybe it's only one transfer. I'm not sure.
Your pipes are clear.
Yeah. That sounds like a plumber situation.
That'll be $4.95.
Yeah, exactly. Right. Really. So there's like
this house is clear.
creepiest movie
Medina
ever
comes
made.
over and is like, consoling with, or whatever. And then it like does like some music, and then in like death metal fashion says, 2 months later. But it does say it at the bottom, just in case you can read it. So now Brody and Medina are a happy death metal couple.
Yeah, she went from pure blonde hair to like
she had like the streaks
brown,
right.
She literally went from looking like
Avril Lavigne
Amanda Bynes
to like Avril Lavigne.
Yeah.
Not as cute as Girl Next Door. Just saying.
Right.
Like, yeah, I don't need my goth chicks to be gothy.
Yeah. So
Just saying.
So they're in the bed, and she like ends up leaving her. They talked about like deathcore, and like she now knows more than him or something like that. That's like the idea. So there's like there's a record playing in the thing, and the lights start flickering, and then like everything starts going crazy, and then like Brody stands up and like, what the fuck? And then you hear Zach's voice, I'm just fucking with you, buddy. So he's evidently like on the other side, and he's just like fucking with him. Yeah. Yep. And that's pretty much where it ends.
Heavy metal brings you the Saint. Insane will haunt you forever.
Pretty much.
So it was better than I expected.
And
it was so fucking goofy. It was actually entertaining.
I told Marcus before you guys came over, I watched the trailer because I didn't look into it anywhere beforehand.
Right.
And as soon as like it started, I was like, I'm gonna like this. This is gonna be fun. It was like a Shaun of the Dead thing, and it wasn't
just
serious at all.
It's great. Yeah.
Because you know what, like I feel like the first movie that we did for like one of these episodes was like so B level. It was just like gnarly and weird, and like it had like every horror movie cliche in it. It's like, why would you like? No, why would it's like all that stuff? This one was actually like funny, comical.
Yeah, I mean it was British, so it still sat in the same New Zealand technically, but
right. They had fabulous accents. Like it was like.
There wasn't any of that like they're trying to be scary. It was just trying to.
Oh, it was a funny slasher film, which I think that's what the world is like going to. And Anthony, remind me, is there a grading process for this one?
Yeah. But the only thing I want to throw in first, real quick, is that there was actually a sequel that was supposed to happen to this.
Oh shit!
Called Deathgasm Part 2: Gormageddon. It was revealed December 2015. And the Jason Leigh Howden, which is the director, said there's literally more gore in the first 10 minutes than the entire first Deathgasm. If you kind of like the first one, this would make your head implode.
Oh shit! We're gonna have to.
But
there's always a but.
It was rejected by the NZFC board for being too commercial. That was 2015, so it's.
That's weird.
Lame.
Goddamn.
But yeah, so I mean, we have our 5 brains.
5 brains?
5 brains? Is it 5 brains? Or is it 10 brains? I think it's 5 brains. I got a 5. Right?
I will refer to you.
Great. No, you know what? Let's go. Fuck it. We'll go 6 brains. We're gonna pull a road on this.
Oh,
out of 6 brains.
Out of 6 brains.
Now, just a sad thing. Rotten Tomatoes did give it 87%.
Really?
Yep, and a 6.75 out of 10, which is
I
the
swear to God,
rating.
like me, Rotten Tomatoes, like
but
sometimes like some of
is
their
it
movies.
like the critics at Rotten Tomatoes, or is it the people's vote at Rotten Tomatoes?
Oh, I'm sorry, I read that wrong. Reports that 87% of the 30 critics gave the film a positive notice, but the average rating was 6.75. But the thing is what I've learned about Rotten Tomatoes, if it's a horror movie, it seems to be the lower the better. That's how I feel.
Right.
On like they'll be like, oh yeah, we only gave this like
I feel like that's actually true for like almost any movie.
Because Rotten Tomatoes is usually crap, anyways.
They rate like weird stuff that you don't even pay attention to.
Yeah,
the lighting was bad in this.
But you know what? I'll tell you what. If we're going out of 6, like this was actually like relatively like comically entertaining. Like kind of thing. Like it had like those couple of like ooh moments because like now, like I said, Irrational Fear, like a round sander now, like I will never use probably like ever again on purpose.
Keep that thing away from me.
Yeah,
I own a couple of those with like a very fine grit sanding paper, and it's just like I'm probably all set with that now. I'm good at I'm thinking 4 or 5.
Yeah, I'm gonna give it a 5. I enjoyed it. I had fun with it. It wasn't It wasn't like the horror, like the scary horror. I think it was that fun.
It was a
kind
thrasher.
Of, yeah,
it was a slasher.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. In all fairness, it was gory enough. The jokes were good. I mean, the metal music was great. I mean, it was perfectly meant for us in theory.
The thing that definitely gives me the want to give it a 5 is like the gore itself.
Yeah,
it was well done. Like
you can tell
the cuts didn't look bad.
No,
smashing.
the only one that
I guess the thing that I struggle with is it's almost like it's like a thrasher, but like it's like a zombie flick, but it's not really a zombie flick because they're demons.
Yeah,
they're supposed to be demonized, so
right.
It's not a zombie. Right. It's like, I mean, come on.
They seem to be mostly practical effects for the most part.
Right, but they had quality to them. Like they looked right.
The only one that I caught was the 2 dildos in the ears. There was a weird. The head kind of like flickered a bit when they did like because whatever overshit. But everything else seemed to be pretty good. I mean,
right.
Well, I'd like to challenge how you would act if you had 2 dicks in your ear.
That's fair, I guess.
I don't want to think about that. I
don't want to think about
Why
that.
would they be there?
Especially one that's
not again.
Why would it spin? I don't understand spinning.
But yeah, I think 5.
All right.
I enjoyed it.
I could say a 5. Yep.
All right, we did well. 2 5s and a 4-5.
Horror Babe of the Month.
So with all this fun, I think we only have like one other segment that we have to cover in order to do our due diligence for the fans of the Dead fan crew, and that is the
Horror Babe of the Month.
Horror Babe of the Month. And you know what?
Oh,
we didn't just go babe. We went queen.
Yeah, that's fair. That's a good way to put that.
Babe turned into queen?
Yeah.
Like we went like absolute queen, and like like the selfishness that we are, we went with the Jamie Lee Curtis, the absolute original Scream Queen.
Mm-hmm.
Longest running, I would assume too. Like has the most consecutive movies.
And
got a lot.
So what I actually looked up for us boys was I came up with like a bunch of like these like little fun facts, because the like obviously like she's well known for like the very first Halloween, which was I believe 1978, the original Halloween, as Laurie Strode.
Laurie Strode, yep.
Laurie Strode. Fun fact about Jamie Lee Curtis, just right out of the gate, her mom starred as Marion Crane in Alfred Hitchcock's Psycho. She was the original shower scene.
Yeah.
So the Scream Queen was bred by
the Scream Queen.
Someone already
runs in the family.
All right, so Jamie Lee Curtis, big break, was playing the character Laurie Strode, obviously in Halloween in 1978. Believe she got the role because of her parents. Blah blah blah. She had all kind of famous parents, but. The fun thing about Jamie Lee Curtis actually was not a fan of like horror movies, because like Jamie Lee Curtis will actually tell you that like she actually scares easily.
Yeah.
So she like won't like actually watch like scary movies.
It's one thing acting, but
and like moving forward, like if you move decades later, because obviously like the Halloween series has been like decades long. She has said that like her career in horror movies will end when Laurie Strode's character's story ends.
Right.
And I say that to you guys because even to this day, with all the current releases, said story has not ended yet.
In theory, yes.
Milking that cow, but
milking,
she's great.
Just saying.
Well, she wasn't in them for a little while. The last one that
she
came
had
out,
like mini appearances,
because it was H2O,
right?
Was the one she was in, but then she came out in the
officially
sort of most
speaking,
recent one.
You have the original Halloween.
Yep.
Halloween 2 she was in.
Yes.
Yep.
She had an uncredited role in Halloween 3.
Right.
Which in Halloween 3, let me just get to that one.
Was it Halloween 2?
Jamie Lee Curtis has an uncredited role as an operator who announces the town curfew. This film was not considered part of John Carpenter's Halloween.
Because that was the season of the witch.
At the beginning.
That's right. Okay. Well, that's cool, though.
So Halloween 1, Halloween 2.
Yep.
Now, she did break away after like the original Halloween movies. She was in a movie called Terror Train.
Yep.
Which the director actually admitted this was actually supposed to be a Halloween movie on a train. a Michael Myers slasher film on a train. She was in The Fog.
Yep, the original one, right?
The original Fog, and she was in Prom Night.
Prom Night, yep. I knew that one.
So for a woman who
doesn't like horror movies,
right?
She's not fucking
not into scary movies. Now she took a long hiatus. So after like it was literally 20 years, the 20-year anniversary, 1998, Halloween H2O. Was the next time like Jamie Lee Curtis actually got involved
98
in a Halloween. Yeah, right.
It doesn't feel. I remember like when that.
I remember when this came out
because I remember the box, like what it looked like.
Because this had what's his face in it. He was doing a ton of movies at the time. He was in The Faculty. He was in 40 Days and 40 Nights, which I fucking hate. It's one of those movies that I hated so much. Like, it's actually on like the paid channels. Like, I'll actually watch it. But it doesn't matter. Like, so Jamie Lee Curtis is actually playing like a role as like the headmistress of like a private school. She has like a fake name that she's like there for, and her son is actually like a student of said school, and he actually gets wound up with like the whole like Michael Myers character. She was also in 1999 1999 she was in the movie Virus. So she still expanded her
horror genre. It's a sci-fi horror movie.
Yep.
That's a sci-fi
Looks
horror
like
movie.
An alien.
Then 2002 she was actually a part of Resurrection, which Resurrection shows that Laurie Strode killed a random EMT at the end of Halloween H2O.
They always got to find a way to make it so he's not dead.
Which I actually don't remember, like the killing of the EMT at the end of the
I think they just put it in the other one. It's like, this is what happened.
Oh, just filled in.
Yeah, filled in the blanks.
Filled in plot. I see.
She was in Scream Queens as well, which is that show that's been on for a little bit.
Yep. 2015, 2016. Jamie Lee Curtis played a dean in a comedy / a television series, Scream Queens, about a group of college students trying to solve a murder mystery. Also directed an episode of the show's second season, Rapunzel. Curtis was nominated for a Golden Globe Award for her role. Now,
dang.
I actually got this confused. Like, Halloween 2018, I actually thought this is when Rob Zombie got involved.
No, this is the one.
Not the case.
That was before it, right?
Rob's, like, Halloween 2018. So, what's hard about the Halloween series is, like, everybody has, like, their adaptations. Like, John Carpenter dumped off after 2.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then that's when they changed the big change in the mask that everyone hated happened, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Like Halloween 3 was not John Carpenter anymore. Right. It was I can't remember the director's name. Off the top of my head, it was right in front of me a couple minutes ago, but I'm not going to scroll up that high for the sake of like radio silence. But like so there ended up being like these like little mini series versions of it, like so like H2O and like Halloween.
Yeah, different shows.
Like 1 to 2 part things.
Right. Was like kind of like a similarly written, but what I didn't realize was Halloween like 2018 was actually the beginning of what would be a 3-part series that would end said series, the Michael Myers
universe, if you must.
Right.
Correct. So Halloween 2018, Jamie Lee Curtis returned to the Halloween franchise with the 2018 film, the beginning of the trilogy that disavows everything except the original Halloween 1978.
Yes, obviously.
This is a Blumhouse production, so that's the production crew. So this was like supposed to kind of like wrap up like the story, like kind of
give it an ending, a bow tie.
Which brings us to 2021, Halloween Kills.
This was the most recent one, which, mind you, which is kind of why we went for Jamie Lee, because
it became like relevant again.
Right.
Exactly. Because to be fair, I think it's cool that like 1978 she was the original Laura Strode.
It's cool that she's keeping with it.
Keeps
and the character
popping
persisted.
up.
Yep.
And like it's like, oh yeah, it's like what you need another Halloween? Yeah, all right, yeah, I'll be Laura.
But it's cool because in the last one you had from 2018, she's like a badass. Like she knows what She has
She's
to,
dealt
like,
with it for
her
so
house
long.
is like meant to stop
Right.
him.
It's
got like the cellar and the guns down
barricade.
there. Yeah.
It's like she fights with her daughter, she fights with her granddaughter, and she's like, you know what? Like we have
She's
family
not the
issues,
one that runs
but,
anymore. She's the one that stands and fights.
but it's like this is like what happens. Like he comes here, like I'll fuck his world up, like kind of a thing. And if I personally have not seen Halloween Kills yet. I have not actually sat down and watched, but I've seen the previews for it, and I've seen the
Bobby, like you said, and
I've
like
seen
his kill
the-
count's up there.
It's like
Yeah,
this ends tonight.
It's a slaughter compared to the rest of them.
Now, what I've heard, so you remember the 1980s films, like the 16 Candles, the Weird Sciences, the nerdy fucking blonde-haired dude.
Yep.
I have been told that he's in Halloween Kills.
Good for him.
And he's actually like one of like I think he's like law enforcement, and like he actually like puts together like this crew, this army that's like, yeah, we're taking down Michael Myers, and like I'm like envisioning in his head is like that's the guy that they picked.
I don't understand.
Came full circle.
Like it's like wow, all right, but
well, they
close your ears if you don't want a spoiler, kids. Michael Myers isn't going to die in Halloween Kills.
Nope.
Because slated for 2022 is a movie called Halloween Ends, which I will read verbatim. This may be the final, all capital letters,
and then small capitals.
final confrontation between Laurie Strode and Michael Myers. We don't know what the plot of this movie will be, but we know that it intends to end this new Halloween trilogy, scheduled for release on October 14th of 2022.
So that's open for interpretation. That could mean she dies.
He
dies. They both die.
And Jamie Lee Curtis has actually said publicly
they get
married. They get married. And they might.
Her run of horror movies will end when Laurie Strode's character story is over.
Yeah.
Huh. Well, like in any movie franchise like that, you can have that quote unquote universe where you can pull here and there. I mean, you look at the Marvel, you look at something like that. They can pick and choose. They can have different stories, different timelines. Can have look at Spider-Man. They've redone Spider-Man like 900 times. So like, but it's funny. A lot of the horror movies that they kind of do, it's like, oh, so you have the first one, and then they're like, oh, this is the second one, and then like they'll just do a third one, and it'll be like, well, the second one didn't happen. This is the next one, and then a fourth one comes out, and we're like, no, this is the actual, and it's like, well, which one is it?
Right.
You gotta pick.
Well, that's
one.
like the thing. I mean,
Friday the 13th is very big with that as well.
Well, that's like the thing. Like, I mean, the comic book movies do like the same thing. Like, you have like how many different versions of Batman?
Yeah.
Like,
They
you
have
have Chris Nolan's version of Batman.
They have
you
the different universes.
Well, yeah,
they have a
the multiverse, so that covers a lot of that theory. They don't have that in the DCU.
They have a multiverse with Spider-Man who actually got bit by a sheep, and he's Sheepman. Like that's a legit comic. Like somebody created that. Like,
I would give the Halloween franchise credit though for like bringing back like the amount of originals.
Right, they had persistence.
That they have actually brought back, and I think I was talking about this off air. Like H2O, Halloween H2O. Actually featured Jamie Lee Curtis's mom.
Yes.
And they also there was like a reference where like the original vehicle that was used like with Jamie Lee Curtis's mom and the movie Psycho, like the car that she drove was actually somehow referenced in that movie. Funny. Like it's just cool how like they like interact like the classics
nods
and
towards them.
Right. Like is essentially, yeah, because you got to think it's like my God, like we take this shit for granted like so easily. Like 1978 is like when this thing first came out. 1998 was like literally 20 years later, which in my brain I'm thinking it was like fucking a couple of years ago, but it's like at this point it was like 23 years ago. It's like now I'm like, oh fuck, I'm old as hell. And I'm like, and they're celebrating their 40th anniversary in 2018.
You've been there the whole time.
They're able to get the 83, thank you very much, but like, close.
Right.
But it's like they're able to get like the original cast together. It's like that's fucking awesome. Like that's original. That's natural. That's cool. It's kind of like, you know, like the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Like you have the original Texas Chainsaw Massacre, then you have Rob Zombie's version of the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, then you have this guy's version of the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. You have this guy's version of Texas. It's like none of them like relate to each other, but the
Right.
Halloween franchise could actually like pull together and say it's like,
Well, it's
hey,
kind of the same thing with like you said, the Jason movies.
Friday the 13th. Yeah.
All the Friday the 13th, like you have Jason X and stuff like that.
In
That's
space.
like,
right. Jason goes to space.
Good for
Jason
him.
goes to fucking like
Manhattan,
Disneyland
with the Manhattan.
like he's a great character and everything. He's a great slayer. He's personally my favorite.
Yeah.
But his movies have no timeline to
It's
him.
very random.
It's just he comes
Jason
back to life and he goes on an adventure and kills a lot of
Like the
people.
first and the second one's
Jason
gonna be
starts
okay.
going to Freddy Krueger movies.
Yeah.
It's
Right.
like whatever. It's
Yeah.
like hey, I ran
Personally,
out of ideas.
love that.
Freddy
That
vs.
was a
Jason's
good movie.
fantastic.
I
It
love
was a
that.
very
That
good
Freddy
was a
Jason.
lot better than I thought it was.
Absolutely.
But
Yeah.
So
we got our Scream queen.
bow
Scream
down
queen.
to the Squeen.
Scream.
Squeen.
Scream queen.
The
Squeak,
Scream
squeak.
Queen
Scream
herself.
queen.
Jamie Lee Curtis. We love you. We cherish you.
Enjoyed the whole
and
road.
thank you for creating this ride for us.
Mm-hmm.
Can't look forward to the next one.
And with that being said, how do we sign off of this, Sir Anthony?
Looking at me? I don't run this podcast. Neither of us do.
So I guess that's it for this Fan of the Dead podcast.
Fans
What
of the
we
dead.
presented to you today was all kinds of dead people with a random mix of heavy metal and
and
dildo
dildos and anal
death
beads
that
and
you'll never
dead
understand
demons
ever
and
in your
metal.
life.
Dead demons, dildos, and medals.
And on top of that, we got to talk about the Scream Queen herself.
That is a tongue twister. Scream
It,
Queen.
it is. I have to like really
Scream
concentrate
Queen.
while I say it.
Screen cream.
So I guess the important thing is like we need you guys to check out the Fans of the Dead podcast. It's actually available on anywhere. you
Pretty
can-
much everywhere. Yeah.
Pretty much anywhere you can hear a podcast. And
Twitter, Facebook.
And if you're in the mood for it, like why don't you go ahead and check out that Heavy Metal vs. Six Pack podcast, which
Yeah,
is
they're
what
alright.
which we would normally host. We thank our buddy Bob.
Thanks, Bob.
Who's been in all of our bands.
You're welcome.
You're welcome.
It's great to be here.
We can give some like selfless plugs. Like I think we've mentioned at Kings Ascendant, but we got like a fantastic new project that's coming out. And there's actually gonna be a single release. Hopefully
soon.
by the time you hear this podcast. So check out Pralium. Just give that a Google, and that's about as much as the self promotion that we generally do.
Yep.
And aside from that,
that's it.
Go check out Deathgasm. It was good.
Yeah, do that too. Watch this movie. I haven't seen it.
that's right. Keep searching for death, destruction, and murder, and
Gasms.
listen to heavy metal.
It's the way of life.
Yep.
Bye.
Adios.
Bye-bye.